Hi guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Mashinky. So in this episode, we're going to do some more growing. I did let time run on for quite some time. I think I just let it play on slow and I walked away and did something else for a while. But anyways, we're back. So I want to get into some things before we start building some more. So what I didn't have a chance to get into last episode was how towns grow. So if you select the town, it's the name or whatnot anywhere. I guess you can get, well, the first one was a house that apparently popped up. But anyways, you can see that, well, there's no extensions available for a town, but either way, it gives you how many it takes for the next population growth. So right now, we need to deliver 800 passengers for Anchorage to grow another tick, which would be 900. And that's how towns grow, and then each building represents each population growth. So over here, we have population 5, so we have 5 buildings. We have this building, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's kind of how they work. They go on. Chandler should be getting ready to grow soon, I would imagine. It's getting there. Another problem is it's getting people from Laredo. I'm going to call it Laredo still. It's getting people from there, and they're no longer getting full passengers. Because the other thing that I did shortly after I had enough money was add a second train. One, because Anchorage was definitely getting enough passengers pretty quick with 8 population. Yeah, which they'll help grow this town pretty quick. It's already grown 1 tick off camera. And it will grow faster with having Anchorage throwing people into it, because it should always deliver full. And then the next thing is that that's pretty much it. So much what I have to show for that. Not much more else. You see, the further the trains go, the more money you make. So here it's 107, but from Anchorage down to Laredo is only 63, and they're both full. We are going to connect more things up to Anchorage, and what we're going to connect up here is we're going to connect up Raleigh and Gilbert, and this will probably be my last connection here in we'll call it phase 1, era 1, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be our last connection to make cash, and then we're going to start looking into some other resources. So the other thing was I also want to pay attention to what's the future of this scenario. We definitely want a train that goes this way out. I believe, well, we probably don't actually now I change my mind. I don't think I need it, because we're probably not going to use this coal. We're probably going to use this coal patch up here. So we'll need one, so a T-junction will work. Alright, so we're not going to get into a big 4-way junction yet in this episode, but eventually we will get to that point. The other thing was I want to make sure that we have enough room away from Raleigh to make this work. And I think Raleigh's going to get... Alright, because of how this town's laid out, we're going to put the station on this side. Looks like the town's going to grow out this way, which is great. It's not ideal for how we normally want to build. We really want the train going this way, or even down below, but just because of the town's already looks like it's going to extend down this way and that way, we'll put the train station on this side. We're going to put the extension on. It's not really needed. If I can remember that the keys don't work the same as it does in other games. We're going to put it like this. I really wish they'd add in the options a way to change the hotkeys. Right now that's not an option unless it's been added. Please let me know. But other than that, if I go here, settings, I don't see anything for key binding or anything like that. Yeah, this doesn't exist. So yeah, hopefully that comes soon, because I'd really love to have the keys changed because they're really annoying. Sorry, my one pet peeve with this game. All right, and then we're gonna have this go out. Let's have it go out 4, and then that's where we're gonna put the T junction. Stamps, T crossing. All right, and then we'll just have. And also, having built this way, the way the trains are going does not interfere with the town at all, which is another plus to having it built this way. We'll put our signals in real quick. Hopefully it's not really loud on your guys' end, the music and sound noise. It's not very loud on mine, but I got headphones on. So if it is so, we'll fix it for future recordings. I recorded episode 1 and 2 together. That's all I'm recording today. So I'll have a chance to actually do some editing before I put more on. Alright, next thing is we need a junction for Gilbert. Gilbert's not really that big, or not really that big of a problem. We're going to put the station right here, going this way. Because literally the town's going to grow this way, so we're just going to go ahead and plan for it. And then if we put the extension on, we just put it here on the end. It should catch everything the way the town grows for quite some time. And then I don't quite know how I want this to go, because it's going to be a long extension out and back. Alright, so let's have us build down. And stay out of the fields, because you can't see anything once you go in them. I almost want this to like curve as soon as it gets off of here. So let's go. Ooh, and I do want to fix up Anchorage too while I'm thinking about it. Yes, I definitely want to fix up Anchorage. Alright. Alright, so not this way. Let's go down this way. Alright, there we go. That's more like how I want it. And then we just gotta figure out how this is coming out. Let's go one on each end, so we have left room for expanding and without it giving myself a headache in the future. Actually, probably should have went like that. And we'll have it just like that, and then we can extend that the entire way out, which is a really long way. Thank goodness we're still making some cash. Alright, let's get our tea. I should check the workshop and see if there's any new mods for stamps and see if they, you know, kind of made a little smarter ones. But for now, it will be fine. All right, let's get some signals. This is really different from what I normally do right here. And if that's correct, that should be our in, right? Yes, in or out. All right, so let's get this going here. Cool. It's doubled. It's not the end of the world, but we are going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I mean, and we'll leave it as that. Alright, so you are good to go, and Anchorage is... Okay, we have to fix up Anchorage, because right now they be sharing the same platform. I don't know if I want them sharing the same platform. I think for now I'm going to let it be, because there's not going to be a big mix of trains. And we're going to go ahead and use the same depot. We're actually going to go ahead, we're just going to copy what we currently already have, so we're going to hit the duplicate here, but yes, but what we're going to do is we're going to fix this up. We're going to get orders, we're going to delete Chandler, delete radio. So we're going to start in Anchorage, and we want Anchorage to make a town grow, and I don't know what the farthest town is, so we're going to make, yeah, because Gilbert we don't really care about that much, so we want to make Raleigh grow. So from Anchorage we want to go to Raleigh, and then Raleigh can come down to, what's this town again? Gilbert. And there we go. And let's start that train. Oh, I just realized it's going to have to go out and around to make that work, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and do some renaming while we're at it. Actually, we're going to let time speed up just so he gets around a little faster. Alright, name. Passenger station. And we have the extension, cool. And well, you can go away. And you. We didn't get capital R. Okay. And train 3, you're finally getting your first stop. You're being followed by somebody. Yeah, Anchorage should definitely keep up. It's still growing in passengers. I believe it was in the low 700s last time I looked at it. Now it's up, getting towards 800, so it should be able to carry this. I'm a little curious of the money being made. I don't really want to put too many trains because I know Raleigh and Gilbert won't be able to keep up with 2 trains. Oh, I wanted you... Hold back for 1 second. Just want to keep an eye on your orders so I can name you correctly. Alright, so what we want to do is passengers, Anchorage, to, no, it's going to be Raleigh because that's what I'm focusing on. Gilbert's the middleman. Some more. Time to progress. Not getting there right now. Anyways, let me go ahead and pin you guys so you guys stay open. What do you want me to do? Near Washington. Yeah, I don't even know where Washington is, so that's definitely not happening. Refuse. Okay. Good there, good there, good there. Awesome. Oh yeah, it's actually making pretty good money going from Gilbert to Raleigh. So they're all about the same. Not too bad. Alright, so what do I want to talk about? What did I want to talk about? Let's see. Here, so what I want to get into is why I kind of want to name my trains a certain way. Because the thing is that the trains will basically be named train 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll just keep going down in infinite, and it just drives me crazy. What I like to have it organized is that when I go here to select the train icon, is that these are arranged by alphabetical order. So the one thing that I don't like about this game that I think Transport Fever does like 100 times better, which is like my ultimate train game, is I would like to be able to set up the routes and then put trains on that route and then manage the routes. So this game don't work that way. It just gives you individual trains. So by giving them, which I just really call one passenger, but either way, it doesn't matter. If I put in them in this way and then arrange in alphabetical order, I can see everything on the same route. And why that's important is trains have different speeds. So right now, all the trains I have run max at 40 miles per hour. If I were to put a train that runs faster than that, well, eventually the train that's faster would catch up to the slower train, and then it wouldn't be able to actually go at its max speed, and it would be going at the slower train speed, which is a huge problem. So I try to make sure any trains that are on the same lines all get the same train locomotive pulling them, so they're all going the same speed to get rid of any kind of issues of, you know, things being slowed down. So that's why I like renaming that way. Otherwise, stations don't really matter other than just locating where the town is. Yeah, depot don't matter at all. Industries, yeah, don't really matter. None of that stuff really matters. The only thing that really matters is, well, where's Washington, by the way? Yeah, I don't even see a train track anywhere near this. Yeah, so let's go back to Anchorage. Anyway, so that's why I find it important to name what I name, so on and so forth. All right, the other thing is, I want to start taking a look at the tokens, the coal and lumber tokens, to get out of the era 1. We want to get out of. And you can see, like I said, my money's rolling in. We're actually going to slow time down. Well, we'll go some kind of speed. But while I explain this, right now, like if I transfer basically 3 coal to this Toolworks, I'll get 1 coal token. Coal tokens can be used to buy things, basically. The other thing is, the other thing is the lumber's the other one. So to make lumber, we need to take logs and move them to lumber mills, and then lumber mills back to Toolworks. Right now, the lumber is a huge issue, but it's actually working in our favor. So what happens here is, like, when you have like logs, and you have like logs and lumber yards pretty quick or close together, you get this 3-to-2 ratio. But in other areas, if you have a lumber mill that's nowhere near logs, which that is different. That is really different. Anyways, we're gonna ignore that one. But if you have lumber logs that are really far away from lumber mills, you get this. Oh, is that the one they want me to clear that I deleted? I bet you it is. The forest near Washington. Didn't know that this gave a special. I should look into that more often. Either way, I'm getting really sidetracked. You get extra goods. So right here, we're actually gonna get a lumber token just by sending 3 logs to here, as where if we did somewhere else closer, we wouldn't get that extra token. So that's huge. And that's what we want to focus on. So we want to look on, go back here to our train track. So we're probably going to have somehow get a connection where either this one or this lumber mill will deliver to this sawmill. I keep calling them lumber mills. They are forests. We're getting logs, we're taking them to the sawmill to make lumber, and then lumber back to the toolwork. So we can deliver back to this one or this one. Now the other thing is that we want to make sure to get an extra bonus, and I'm going to get into this in another future episode, having coal and lumber going to the same toolworks can actually give you an added bonus later in a later era. Right now it won't, but I can actually, yeah, it won't even show me right now. But I'll explain that when we get there. So we definitely want to look at that. So what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to focus on this toolworks for our coal and lumber. It's what's our going to give us? 4 to 3 and 2 to 1. If we go here, it is a 4 to 3, 2 and 1. So it doesn't really matter. I don't think we're going to find anything better than that. It'd really be a toolworks in the middle of nowhere. Even that one, it's 4, 3, 2 and 1. Another toolworks. Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's even a way if you go here, like industries, find the toolworks. You can see right here, but it looks like it's all 4, 3, 2, and 1. There's no difference. So, with that said, oh, I get it. That Washington one already comes with upgrades. Oh no, where's that Washington one at? Yeah, so there's already upgrades on it. Oh, it's extra upgrades that not even the ones you can still buy these upgrades. That is interesting. That is a really good resource patch. Anyways, alright, so we're going to start looking into that, and that's our next episode, basically. Is we're going to get coal, and we're going to get the whole entire production done, and we probably won't move on from Era 1 in that episode, but at the beginning of the following episode, we probably should. The other thing is we want to look at, we probably should be able to complete this the next time we're done with it. This log should be things should complete, and progress, well, build at least 3 train extensions, which should not be that difficult. Anyways, guys, that is where I'm going to end this episode. It might have been a short one. I know I had to put some edits in this one, but anyways, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment. Do the most important thing you're going to do today. What is that? Oh, come on, guys. Subscribe, and I'll catch you for the next one. Bye.